The month after the presidential election in 2020, Democratic and Republican electors representing the candidate who won the popular vote in their states gathered across the country to formally cast electoral votes for president. In 7 states that Joe Biden won, Republican electors got together and cast phony votes for Donald Trump. They've become known as fake electors. State criminal charges have been filed against fake electors in Georgia, Michigan, and Nevada.
President Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, is continuing to double down on claims of election fraud here in Georgia.
That woman, look at her taking those ballots out. Look at them scurrying around with the ballots. Nobody in the room, hiding around. They look like this. They look like they're passing out dope.
Over the next 10 days, we get to see the machines that are crooked, the ballots that are fraudulent, and if we're wrong, we will be made fools of.
Former Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani admits he lied when he accused 2 Georgia election workers of ballot fraud during the 2020 election.
Rudy Giuliani, the one-time attorney for former U.S. President Donald Trump, admitted in a court filing that he made false and defamatory statements about 2 Georgia election workers.
Some allies of former President Donald Trump have been indicted for their efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election in the state of Arizona.
Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays is announcing the indictment of the 11 electors out of Arizona from the 2020 election.
And they were all part of the 11 fake electors who met about a month after the 2020 election and signed a certificate claiming they were the actual Trump electors here in Arizona. So in all, 18 people indicted in the fake elector scheme here in Arizona after the 2020 presidential election.
Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays announced charges for a host of Trump allies, including his former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, and personal lawyer Rudy Giuliani for the so-called fake electors scheme in 2020. Mr. Trump himself is identified in the indictment as an unindicted co-conspirator.
The Attorney General says all 16 are accused of meeting in the basement of the Michigan Republican Party headquarters on December 14th and signing documents claiming they were the state's electors. These false documents were then transmitted to the United States Senate and National Archives in a coordinated effort to award the state's electoral votes to their candidate instead of the candidate actually.
The Michigan Attorney General drops the legal hammer on 16 GOP members who signed paperwork falsely claiming Donald Trump had won Michigan's electoral votes in 2020.
Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida, number of votes 11.
Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, and Michigan.
He said we can't enter.
Where some of the fake electors couldn't convince police to let them into the Capitol.
We're electors, sir.
We're electors. Yeah, the electors are already here. They've been checked in.
According to the January 6th Select Committee, an aide to Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson tried to arrange to get the fake electors' slates to Vice President Pence.
And I hope Mike is going to do the right thing. I hope so.
But Pence's aide refused, texting, "Do not give that to him," according to the committee. When the Senate chamber had to be evacuated, the real electoral votes in these boxes were taken to safety.